San Francisco 49ers are coming off an unlucky season where their most important players just couldn't stay healthy. And in my opinion, if just one of the quarterbacks could have stayed healthy, they would be defending champions right now. However, that's not how things played out, but the good news is the offseason has started and San Francisco has already started to improve their roster that already looked like a deadlock to be the best in the league. This roster just keeps getting scarier and scarier as the days go by, and the NFL needs to take notice. In this video, I'll be breaking down everything that the 49ers have done so far this offseason and what they need to do next in order to compete for a championship next season. However, before we jump into the video, make sure you guys smash that like button if you think the 49ers are clear Super Bowl contenders next season. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm going to be covering the 49ers and the rest of the NFL pretty much all year long, so make sure you guys join the family. I'm going to be keeping you guys updated with free agent signings, the draft, trades, whatever happens. I will be keeping you guys notified. And also, one last thing, comment down below, who do you think is the most underrated player on the roster right now? I'm honestly very curious to see who you guys think it is, but without any further ado, let's jump right into today's video. Okay, so to start this free agency period, it seemed like the 49ers had, one thing on their mind, and it was to build up this defensive line. Now, as we all know, the 49ers defense has been the best in the league for, the past couple of years now, and they just continue to get better and better as the years go on. And I really don't know how, but they led the league this year in points allowed per game, but there's always things that you can improve on. When you take a look at the stats and you look deep down, there's always something that you can improve on. Even if you have the best defense in the league, you can still get better, and I think that's kind of the mindset they had going into this offseason. Now, for the 49ers, their run defense is amazing. Like, literally, they have one of the best run Ds in the entire league. And there's not much they can do to improve that aspect of their game. However, the one area that they weren't, great in was defending the passing game. Now, the 49ers ranked number 20 in opposing completion percentage, number 16 in opposing passing yards per game, and number 16 in sack percentage. So, obviously, these numbers aren't great, but they're not terrible either. Now, the good news is they already made some very impactful moves to get better in this aspect of their team. Now, firstly, they went out and signed Clelin Ferrell, former top pick of the Raiders a couple years back, and hasn't really lived up to that expectation. I think he was, the number 3rd or 4th overall pick that year. Something crazy, and like I said, hasn't really lived up to, the expectations that he was given. However, if you ever want to, revive your career, this is the perfect place to come. And I would not be surprised to see, Clelin Ferrell come out here next year and just be like a dominant player for the 49ers. It's just what they do. Now, throughout his 4-year career, Clelin Ferrell has appeared in about 58 games, putting up 102 tackles, 11 passes defended, 10 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and he's only 25 years old. He still has a lot left in the tank, and get ready, 49ers fans, because he has some untapped potential that they just got to bring out of him. And if they do, they could unlock a very talented player here in Clelin Ferrell. I feel like talent was never the issue. It was more the area and the position he was put in. I feel like he just wasn't ready, but I think, here in San Fran, they might go crazy. He might be a really solid player for them. He's only on a 1-year deal, so it gives them a lot of flexibility to either trade him at the deadline if he doesn't pan out or sign him to an extension at the end of the year. But shortly after they signed Clelin Ferrell, the 49ers made their first bang of the offseason. Now, they went out and brought in Javon Hargrave, formerly of the Philadelphia Eagles, and signed him to a massive 4-year deal. In my opinion, this will make the 49ers even more deadly. The former 3rd-round pick of the Steelers is coming over from a great Philadelphia Eagles defense and is joining forces with Nick Bosa and the NFL's actual best defense in football. Now, throughout his 7-year career, Javon Hargrave has shown eliteness, putting up 329 tackles, 37.5 sacks, 6 passes defended, 4 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries in about 111 games. Now, I don't know how the 49ers just keep doing it, but they just keep getting more terrifying each day. I know I already said that, but I keep looking at this roster, and it's like, how do they continue to get the best defense in the league and just improve on it? It's kind of just like insane. And then after these two signings, they went out and brought in 2 corners. Now, if you ask me, corner was definitely one of their biggest needs, losing a couple of guys. But firstly, they brought in Miles Hartsfield. Now, a very good tackler coming over here from the Carolina Panthers, and could be in contention to be the starting nickel for this team going forward, or at least, compete for the spot. Now, throughout his 3-year career, he's put up 115 tackles, 7 passes defended, 1 forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries, as well as 1 sack. They also brought in a guy like Isaiah Oliver, another guy who I really like. They brought him in on a 2-year deal, a former second-round pick back in 2018 by Atlanta. He's coming over here, and they also compete for a big role on the team. It's probably going to be him and, like I said, Miles Hartsfield competing for that nickelback role on this team. So like I said, in 62 games, Isaiah Oliver has 195 tackles, 34 passes defended, 3 forced fumbles, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, and this dude could really become a big-time contributor here right away for the 49ers. Now, overall, this 49ers team is so deep in so many of their positions. They address pretty much all of their glaring needs already. They also have been rewarded so many comp picks for this upcoming draft. It's kind of crazy. The 49ers will only get better on from here because, like I said, they have so many draft picks coming up. I think they might have the most picks in the draft. I don't know if that's true. Let me know in the comment section. All I know is they have a ton of draft picks coming up. But now in terms of what they need to do next, it's probably just going to be beef up that O-line for me. Now, I know they have made some signings here over, the star free agency. They brought in a couple of guys. They have, but I feel like there's still a couple of question marks on this offensive line. For me, I just question if Aaron Banks and Spencer Buford are ready to help this team go on a championship run. Now, they might be. Comment down below if you think they are, because I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and I'm okay. Listen, I'm one of those people who, if I'm wrong, I will admit it. So if you guys are like big-time 49ers fans and you guys think that Aaron Banks and Spencer Buford are ready to start for this team for the rest of the year and help them contribute on a huge championship run this season, let me know in the comment section. But if I'm right, also comment down below who you think they should go out and maybe draft or trade for. Or not trade for, but trade for or even sign in free agency. Let me know what you guys think. But with that being said, I mean, that's the only real glaring need I see on this roster. I like the D-line. They've made those acquisitions. Their linebacking core looks really good. The DBs, they've already addressed that. Maybe bring in one more defensive back. Their offense, they got 3 really good wide receivers I love in Debo and Ayuk, and you got Javon Jennings. I like Danny Gray and Ray McLeod. The running back situation is perfect. You got a couple of good quarterbacks. They brought in Sam Darnold for a 3rd string, some competition there. In terms of just health for Brock Purdy. I mean, everywhere, George Kittle, everyone on this lineup, on this roster, it looks good. But that O-line is the only thing I'm really kind of questioning right now. But other than that, dude, this team looks really good. Now, coming into the offseason, their 2 biggest holes on this roster, like I said, were DB and D-line, and they already addressed those things. However, it never hurts to continue to build that depth for training camp and, mini camp. You never really know who can break out and become a superstar player in this league, so you just want to add as many bodies as you can, in those positions of need, because, like I said, you never know who can break out. But so far, I give the 49ers offseason an A, honestly. Personally, if they go out and bring in another O-lineman who can just come in and, add competition for camp, I would give them an A+, dude. The 49ers continue to just impress me every single day at free agency, bringing in guys who I really like and who I think are really underrated. I think they're doing an amazing job. But, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. I will be covering the entire NFL free agency period, the draft period, trades, whatever happens in the NFL. I will be keeping you guys updated, so make sure you guys join the family, turn post notifications on, and let me know in the comment section down below what you think the 49ers need to do next. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.